Hi everybody, welcome to the next video, and in this video I want to talk about the progressive overload, which is the key workout requirement. So now I will talk about what I think is the single most important factor in getting positive results from any type of workout or any form of exercise. When trying to create the most effective workout routine possible, which we want to do in this video series, your goal is to use the frequency, schedule, the intensity, the volume and exercise selection that is as optimal as possible for you and your goal. If you do that correctly, you are pretty much guaranteed to get the best results you can get. Unless, of course, you happen to leave out the one component that matters more than everything else. It's the component that can turn the most perfect workout program into a useless waste of time and literally make or break your success. I am talking about a little something called progressive overload, and it is the absolute key to getting the results you want from your workout routine. So what is progressive overload? The best way I can explain it is by telling you a very important secret. The human body does not care that you have some type of workout exercise goal in mind. It does not care that you want to build muscle or lose fat, or get toned or become stronger or improve performance, or just look naked. Your body only knows and cares about one thing, and that's keeping you alive and functioning as efficiently as possible. And that's your body's only real goal. And to ensure it meets this goal, your body is both smart enough and capable enough to do whatever is needed in order to adapt to this environment. And it's this fact that is the basis for all workout and exercise goals to be reached. What I mean is, the only way your body will ever change or improve the way you want it to do is by creating an environment that proves to your body that these changes and improvements must be made. Or to put it another way, your body will not change or improve unless you force it to. No matter how perfect your workout is, muscle will not be built, strength will not be gained, and performance will not improve unless you show your body that these are things that absolutely need to happen in order for it to survive. And that right here brings us to something that is called the progressive overload principle. The progressive overload principle basically states that in order for a muscle to grow, strength to be gained, performance to increase, or for any similar improvement to occur, the human body must be forced to adapt to a tension that is above or beyond what it has previously experienced. Go back and in some other videos, and in some way you will notice that the goal is what I just mentioned. What it means is, if you lift the same weights for the same number of reps, the same way for the next 20 years, nothing will ever happen. Your body will never change or improve in any way. You will only maintain your current state. However, if you increase the demands you are placing on your body by increasing the weights being lifted, lifting the same weight for more reps, or just doing something that increases the demands on your body, then your body will have no other choice but to make the necessary changes and improvements that will allow it to adapt to this environment and remain capable of performing these tasks. And these changes and improvements and adaptations come in form of more muscle, more strength, less fat, more tone, better performance, and just the overall result you are looking to get. That's what all of these goals are, really. Just our body's adaptive response to the demands being placed on it through exercise. You're basically showing your body that in order for it to survive, in order for it to do what you are forcing it to do, it's going to need to make these changes and improvements. An example of progressive overload is the following. Let's pretend that right now you can lift 50 pounds or some exercise for 3 sets of 8 reps. If you continue to leave that same 50 pounds for those same 3 sets of 8 reps for the next 20 years, you will not gain any new muscle or strength at all. Why? Because there was no progressive overload. Your body has already adapted to this tension, which is 50 pounds for 3 sets of 8 reps, and has already provided you with exactly as much muscle and strength you need to be able to perform this task on a regular basis. Because you are not increasing the demands being placed on your body, you are not giving your body any reason to improve any further, and because of that it won't. So you can do everything else perfectly, but if you fail to provide some form of progressive overload over time, your body will never see any reason to change. However, if you were to lift 50 pounds for 3 sets of 9 reps instead of 3 sets of 8 reps on that same exercise, then a reason would finally exist. Why? Simple. You increased the tension, you increased the demand, you increased the work your body had to do. Instead of doing the same 3 sets of 8 reps with 50 pounds, you worked to do 1 additional rep on each of those sets. And while it may only seem like a tiny improvement, it is exactly what you need to do in order to prove to your body that it needs to improve. Similarly, if you were to now try to lift 55 pounds for 3 sets of 8 reps, an increase of 5 pounds, the exact same type of reason would exist. You're basically telling your body, hey, look at this, the work you have to do has increased, you better build some more muscle and add some more strength to compensate. And this is the progressive overload. Whether you get just 1 more rep or on just 1 set or add 5 pounds to all your sets, it doesn't matter. Your goal is to somehow beat what you did the previous time. Somehow. And as long as you do this as often as you can and cause some form of gradual progression to take place over time, then you are giving your body a reason to continue to change and improve. As long as that reason is present, results are guaranteed to follow. And at the same time, as soon as that reason stops, or it is, or if it never existed in the first place, then your body stops having a reason to continue to improve. No matter how perfectly you are doing everything else, no new positive changes will be made without progressive overload happening. This is why most people fail. It's the lack of progressive overload that is easily the number 1 reason most of the people who work out look pretty much the same way today as they did when they first started working out. It's sad to see, and you can see it in every gym in the world. Men, women, young, old, fat, skinny, they are doing nothing to increase the demands being placed on their body. So their body has no choice but to remain exactly the same. This is fine if that's your goal. If you already reached the point where your body is perfect and it looks and performs exactly how you want it to do, no more progressive overload is needed then, since you just want to maintain your current condition. But until the day you reach that point, your primary focus must be on progressive overload. Does that mean I need to progress every single workout? No. In fact, doing so would be pretty much impossible, of course, at least for a significant period of time. If we could, everyone would be lifting 1,000,000 pounds for 1,000,000 reps on every exercise, and that's not realistic. However, we should definitely have that mindset and strive to increase the demand being placed on our bodies as often as we possibly can within the realm of safety and proper form, of course. So whether that happens every workout or every other workout or just once per month or less depends on a ton of individual factors specific to you and your goal. However, your number one job is to just make sure it happens. As long as you're forcing progressive overload to take place in some form over time, then your body will continue to build muscle, increase strength, appear more toned, or improve whatever way you are trying to get it to improve. So in case you skipped right or you did not got the message until now, if you want to get any degree of positive result from your workout routine, then progressive overload is the absolute key. I don't care who you are, what your goal is, or what type of workout or exercise you're doing. If you want it to work, you must focus on making progressive overload happen. If you don't, you are guaranteed to fail. If you do, you are guaranteed to succeed. Simple as that. So, as I've just previously explained, the number one key to getting positive results from the workout is progressive overload, meaning you must strive to increase the demands being placed on your body in some way over time. When you fully understand how big of a requirement this is, the next logical question is pretty obvious. Except how and when should this progression take place? This is a very important question. Well, in the specific context of weight training, there's a bunch of ways that it can be done, and some are more ideal for certain goals and experience levels than others. The most common methods of weight training progression that come to mind is okay, I just noticed we will talk about the workout progression in the next video, because we don't want to let the videos be too long. So I hope you watch also the next video where I will talk about the workout progression. I hope you like the video. Have a nice day.